as a member of the Ike and Tina Turner Revue, but it wasn't until years later that the price of that fame became known. Turner divorced her husband, Ike, in 1976, saying that he'd been beating her for years. Since then, Turner has achieved success on her own terms. She's had a string of major hits, including songs like Private Dancer, the theme from the movie Thunderdome, and What's Love Got to Do With It. And last month, a movie of the same name was released. What's Love Got to Do With It stars Angela Bassett as Tina, and it chronicles the troubled years that Tina and Ike spent together. This past June, I spoke with Tina Turner about the movie and about her life. Did you ever imagine that they would be making a movie about your life?
Never in a million years. I knew that I wanted to reach a lot of my dreams, but to think of someone making of that life anyway, you know, no, not that part. Maybe this part where it's all nice and happy and all the good things starts to happen to you with a happy ending, but not the past and all of the dirt that I went through. Never, no. Even after I found out that Disney wanted to make a movie of my life, I didn't think it would be done now. I thought much later when I'm in a chair and watching telly and doing nothing else, you know, much later in life. I was a bit upset about that because I didn't know how to take it, actually, you know.
How did you take it? How did they persuade you to let...
No, it wasn't a matter of persuasion. When they bought the rights to make the movie, I was thrilled and honored, and I was great. But in the contract, it didn't stipulate approval. There is my mistake. Maybe not. Maybe they'll do a great job. But what I learned, since we're talking about experiences, is anybody want to buy a thing from me now? It's looking into it from every angle before I make any kind of sale. It wasn't as bad as I didn't have any say-so over any approval. I approved Angela. I went in and worked with them on a few things with her just to make sure some things was corrected. But you know what? 20 years put into 2 hours. How much can you get right? I mean, it would have taken me to direct it to really get it as close as possible. So I'll have to say that I must respect them and compliments to them in terms of being able to put that many years into 2 hours.
Was there ever any question that you might actually want to be in it?
No. I played the part already for many years. 16 years I lived that life. Do you think I want to act in that? No, the answer is absolutely not. No question. No one even asked because it's absolutely no. No.
No.
You never tell me so.
But she did give her blessing to Angela Bassett to play her role in the movie. Last seen as Malcolm's wife in Malcolm X, Angela Bassett gives a powerhouse performance as Tina. Here we see the young Tina stepping on stage for the first time with Ike Turner's band. Ike Turner is played by Larry Fishburne.
I'm gonna pack my bags and go. Oh, I live on the street with my jukebox band. All night long they play the blues. I live across the street from my jukebox band.
It isn't long before Ike has sweet-talked the young Anime Bullock into joining his band, and for the sake of convenience, moving in with him.
Woo, you got a flair. Oh, yeah, you definitely got a flair.
Do you have a flair?
A flair? Oh, yes, I do. Matter of fact, I got a flair for writing songs, and I also have a flair for making singers famous.
What do you mean?
The people that's come up with me, folks that sang in my review, a lot of them went on to be big time. After they with me, they take off, but that's all right, though. That's all right. That's all fixing to change.
In her autobiography, Tina says she married Ike for business reasons more than for love, and because she gave her word not to desert him when they became successful. The movie, however, plays more heavily on the love relationship. Tina shared her marital home with a series of mistresses, raised 2 of Ike's children by other women, as well as her own, and was pushed to exhaustion by a road schedule that was driven by Ike's need to pay for his drug habit.
This is about business right here. That marquee out there say Ike and Tina Turner. And the people out there waiting on me, and you laying up here talking about you tired. Now, what you gonna do? You want to take care of business, or you looking for a way out? Oh, I see you won't leave me like all them other suckers I done made famous.
That's not what I meant.
Well, what you talking about, then? Now, we here. We at the place I've been trying to get to my whole life. We got the right song at the right place at the right time. Now, I need you to get out on that stage right now.
But it was the physical brutality, the black eyes and broken bones, and the public humiliation that was the most difficult to take.
She's quite ill, and I'm not releasing her for at least another 3 weeks. Oh, no.
And when she finally escaped the torture, it was literally with only the blood-stained clothes on her back.
My client would like to make an oral motion amending her petition for divorce, revoking any financial claims.
I want you to be very sure about this. It means you're going to walk out of here with absolutely nothing.
Except my name. I'll give up all that other stuff, but only if I get to keep my name. I worked too hard for it.
What attracted you to the role of Tina Turner?
Her survival, that she makes it, and she doesn't destroy herself because it looks pretty bleak, you know. But she survived, you know, and she maintains her sense of joy and wonder.
Or what do you think in her made her such a survivor? What was the quality, the essence of what made her survive so beautifully?
She can laugh. She just laughs. I mean, when I met her and we were looking through photographs, and she said, "Oh, Angela, I hope you don't mind wearing all these black eyes and stuff. You know, you're going to be wearing a lot of those." You know, "Ooh, this is one where I had a broken jaw," you know? And you're just looking, and she's not bitter. She's not cynical. She doesn't say bad, ill things about him because she can, and she has gone on to become a great success. She's a very compassionate and warm woman. She's a dignified lady. She's giving, and I think that's why she's adored and admired by so many, because her spirit's true. Her heart is genuine, and I think that comes through.
Now, you worked with her in preparing for part of the role. What specifically did she teach you about the performance aspect of it?
She just plays to the crowd. She works hard. She doesn't take breaks and this, that, and it. She just works full throttle straight out. She said, you know, a lot of times I'm performing and it's like I'm in a sauna. She gets that hot, you know, the sweat is in her eyes, you know, and you just find ways of, you know, never apologizing, just doing it full out. There was a lot of technique, just watching, observing, researching, watching her tapes, trying to get down the moves, and then just letting it go. Just have confidence that you have it and that some of it has sunk in, because you can't do it every word, every turn, because people say, that's too much. But when it's yours and you own it, then the audience can believe it and go for that ride.
Why do you think people are so fascinated by your life story? Do you have any idea?
Yes, I have an idea, because I think today people want to know about what is unpleasant to some people is news for others. And I think the unpleasantness of seeing a person on stage as some people see a star and finding out that off stage that she's beaten and she's tortured and she's, you know, it's gossip.
I'm shocked. You've shocked me. You know why? Because
Yeah.
when I heard the story of your life and what you'd done and how you'd survived it, I thought, what a story, what a lesson.
That's fine, but we're talking about the life that was lived. Do you understand what I mean? It's all of the ugliness that went on in my life. Sure that I got past it. Yeah, I pat myself on the back for that as far as I've come. But I was healthy when I left. I wasn't ill, and I wasn't mentally ill. I was fine, so there was no reason why I shouldn't go on and do what I wanted to do. You know, I fulfilled my mission, so to speak, and I went on with my life. But what the part is that I don't like that the people keep dwelling on the part that I cleaned, that I rid myself of, you know, constantly talking about it. Gosh, when I walked out, I never wanted to see it or even know about it again.
It's sort of a transition to that is something that's fascinated me. It fascinated me in the book. It fascinated me in the songs. And in your spirit is your strength. And can you tell me, you did endure a lot in your life, and you've triumphed.
Yeah.
Where did your strength come from?
In the book of I, Tina, it also, the truth is there about what my childhood was like. And I came into a life of parents that had the same type of problems that I had with Ike. So I was sort of a loner as a child. And I can only say that in terms of remembering, I probably just grew strong from that, having to be subjected to that. I wasn't one of those weak women that just sort of felt sorry for myself and went in the corner. As a child, I remember roaming the pastures. I was independent. I went out and found my own happiness. I found my own world. It's the same as I did with my life with Ike. I found some enjoyable times there. And then when I finished that job, Then I thought, oh, now what will I do? I've always been independent. I was born with with that type of gift, which is a fortune for me.
And you also talk about what Buddhism and chant. You describe yourself as a chanter.
Yeah, we call it a chanter.
Do you?
What does that do for me? When I was introduced to it, I felt that it was an innate ability that I had. It was already there, just waiting to be plugged in, waiting for the words and the sound to come, to open my eyes and really see my potentials and what it is I could do. I never let go of the Lord's Prayer. And when that was Baptist, and then when I was introduced to Buddhism, I found that it would make changes. But what it did, it is the rhythm and the sound that helps you think different. And so with being the person that I was, already independent, I only needed to find another avenue of thinking, another whole insight of a way to get where I wanted to get. It's a tool that helps me to get through the life.
Tina herself is determined not to dwell on the past. Her new album features, besides some old classics, 3 new songs, including this single, I Don't Want to Fight Anymore.
We must stop pretending I can't live this life. I don't care who's wrong or right. I don't really want to fight no more. Too much talking, babe. Let's sleep on it tonight. I don't really want to fight no more. This is time for letting go.
You say in your book that you consider yourself a rock and roll singer. Is that still true?
Oh, yes. I won't change that. That's what I do best.
You can live without the aggravation. You gotta wanna win. You gotta wanna win. Keep looking back in desperation. Over and over and over again.
But it's acting that presents the greatest challenge to Tina Turner today.
I always wanted to act more than singing because for as long as I can remember, I've been singing. Little girl, picnics, talent shows, church. The singing is there. It's waiting for me always when I want it. But acting, I only get to act with my musicians or with my close friends, and I want to, I need to express that other person there that wants to experience being another character, or being maybe more than one character, but not a wife or a mother, or that's usual, that's normal. I want to be someone that I'm not in order to bring out really acting, the drama side of it, And hasn't happened yet. Actually, Mad Max was very close because it was very physical and dramatic.
We are the children, the last generation. We are the ones they left behind. And I wonder when we are ever gonna change. Living under the fear till nothing else remains. We don't need another hero.
After Tommy, it was all hooker parts. And now it's all, how can I say, drug buster. I don't want to bust anybody doing I don't want to go and screen with it. It's enough out there realistically to get involved with that. Stop making those kind of movies. Let's get back into fantasy, So that's why I haven't taken anything. And I won't. I won't get on the silver screen this lifetime unless it's something that I truly feel that I can do something with.
At the end of your book, you say that I've written this book. I'm 46 years old. When the time I want to teach, when the time is right to teach, that's what I'll do. Is the time right yet?
I have learned a lot in my life. I've experienced a lot that I would like to tell the people. But I don't have the words, verbal words yet to give it. But I'm teaching the people now. Standing on stage, my age, still working, and being as successful as I possibly can be, that's a lesson for the people to see it there without me standing on. And what I really think you should do, I can't say as an older woman what I will end up doing when I can't perform, stand there and physically kick and dance. I hope I'll go into some type of philosophy of words, but written in a book. I can't really speak that far ahead. It seems like I'm going to live a long time.
Well, that's On the Arts for this week. We'll be back next week.